Hello, Merry RANTmas, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Of course, we're into the holiday season here where we're going to unwrap all the best and latest and greatest movie news stories out there. I'm, of course, your host, Mega Mike, the Movie Man. We got a ton of great stories to cover today. So let's go over the main topics here. So we can expect to see some Scream 7 updates. Yeah, we got to go into all the drama of that and just get caught up on what's going on with Scream 7 now. And wow, once again, there might be a rant or two on this one. And then, of course, we got to get into Spider Man 4. Yes, Tom Holland's Spider Man 4. What is going on with that? It's been the longest since we've got a Tom Holland Spider Man movie. It feels like No Way Home was so long ago. So we got to see the updates on that. And then, of course, we got to talk about the Karate Kid crossover. Wow, that was pretty shocking when that news came out. So, still trying to digest that one, and we're going to speculate on where the story is going to go with that. So, those are our main news story topics. But of course, at the end, we're going to have an Ask Anything section where you can ask anything your heart desires. There's so many other great movie news stories that come out and just fun general movie topics we can discuss then. Or if you just have any fun questions in general, we can go over those as well. And also, as a special bonus, before we get to the Ask Anything section, just as a special gift for you all, we now get to unwrap together. We're going to go over my Hawaiian vacation and show some cool movie scene stuff from a tour I did that showed off a lot of cool movie sites and basically kind of got to tour the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World landscape. That was so fun. And just a few other random photos from the vacation, all movie related though, whether it's movie posters, movie sites, just random movie things I saw out there in the wild of Hawaii. That's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be just for you all. In case you may have missed some of those photos on Instagram, there's even more photos here. So you're even going to get to see more of that vacation experience I had. So it's going to be great to share those memories with you all. Very, very excited to that. And let me know if you're excited about that in the comments as well. But before we get into the news stories, couple things. If you love movies just like me, you're in the right place. Go ahead and merely smash that like and subscribe. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest movie news and physical media topics. Of course, you want to unwrap those amazing thank you videos out there, of course. You want to do a super chat with that if you would like to support the channel on a different level. And then, of course, the best way to spread holiday cheer on this channel this year as we get towards the end of the year here is gifting memberships to the community. That way they get to unwrap something really, really cool. They're going to get exclusive content, right? Exclusive videos, shout outs, and maybe a few little extra surprises in there this year. So definitely feel if you would like to support the channel on the next level, look at those memberships if you're interested. But let's see if we got people joining here in the chat today. I know we do. We got an amazing community out there just because this channel has been growing so much. We got Adrian James, first place as always. Just so happy to see Adrian in the chat here again. It feels like it's been a while since we've done this show, and that's because we did have live streams, the last couple Sundays, and I was on vacation and things like that. But we're back. We're back to Mega Movie Morning. So I love this. But Adrian saying, hello there, Mike. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. I am doing great, Adrian. Already got a lot of stuff done this morning. I set the alarm early. Already got a lot done. How about you, Adrian? How are you doing out there? We got my mom in the chat, Mega Movie Mom, saying, good morning, everyone. Well, good morning, Mega Movie Mom. How are you doing out there? Okay, let's see. We got Tyler saying, hi, Mike. It's been a while. How have you been? I've been doing good. How have you been? How has college been going? Going on holiday break soon, I'm guessing, right? That's coming up, right? Uh, yeah, I know for my places of work, going on holiday break soon is going to be a great chance to catch up on movies because I got all these movies stacked up from the previous deal weeks, and I'm trying to get through them as much as I can. That's going to be a great time to kind of just get through everything left over. But yeah, and once again, I do apologize for missing out on a couple weeks of Mega Movie Mornings. But yeah, I don't want to, double stream in a day. So if I'm doing like a stream with the Collectors Club or on another channel, that's when you won't see a Mega Movie Morning, just because, two streams in a day is a lot. on top of all the other videos I'm pre-recording for the week. It's just overwhelming. So yeah, that's why you'll see that. And then of course the vacation also conflicted a little bit in there, right? But now we're back into it. We're back in the swing of things for the holiday season here. So happy to be back here. Hisham saying, "What's up, Mike? How are you doing today?" I'm doing great, Hisham. How are you doing? Craig saying hello. Hello, Craig. How you doing out there? Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Happy Sunday. We got Dimension Scott in here saying hey to everyone. We got Collector Movie Man saying, "How am I doing?" I'm doing great. You guys are just so nice saying hello to me, asking how I'm doing, saying hello to the community members. You guys are just awesome. And then, of course, we got Fish in here saying, "Good morning, Mike and gang." Good morning, Fish. How are you doing out there? I feel like it's been forever, Fish, since I've seen you on a stream. So, we got to stream again soon. It's just got to make that happen sometime. All right. But the day is going to be awesome. Like I said, we're going to tackle these news stories here. First up, all the Scream 7 drama, right? I was on vacation, trying to keep up with social media as much as I could. And all the Scream 7 shenanigans was happening. It was shocking news. I'm like, what is going on here? What is going to happen to the future of the franchise? So if you've been living under a rock, no worries. We're going to cover the news right now. Let's bring up this news story here. Let's see. Scream 2022 introduced sisters Sam Barrera and Tara Carpenter Ortega, who became the franchise's new final girls. After surviving two Ghostface murder sprees in Scream 2022 and Scream 6, Sam and Tara were supposed to return for a confirmed seventh movie, but those plans have now changed. Melissa Barrera was fired from Scream 7, and shortly after, it was revealed that Jenna Ortega had also left the project. Though the exact reasons were unknown, now news reports explain why Ortega left Scream 7, and if true, the franchise would be repeating the Nev Campbell insult. According to a new report by THR, scheduling conflicts weren't the reason for Ortega's departure from Scream 7, and it was instead a salary dispute. Ortega reportedly didn't have a deal in place for the film yet and demanded, 7-digit salary after being paid 6 digits for the previous movies. Previous reports explain that Ortega's exit had been talked about prior to the 23 SAG-AFTRA strike, but there was no mention of a salary dispute. If this is true, the Scream franchise is repeating the same mistake it did with Nev Campbell and Scream 6. Wow, definitely a lot to unwrap there, of course. And once again, some of this is confirmed stuff, some of it's speculation. So it's kind of a mixture of stuff there. Take everything with a grain of salt. But we know the big news was when Marissa Barrera was reportedly fired from Scream 7 for some social media comments that she made, dealing with a war conflict going on. Now, I don't know too much about that conflict. I haven't really researched into it much. I haven't really been keeping up with the news side of things on that. But, whatever it was, once again, you can probably look up. What where I don't know where was it a tweet? Might have been a tweet. I don't know, but I'm sure you can look up the social media post on that to see the exact details on that. But we're not gonna get political on this channel or anything like that. But the main point here, getting back to movies, what this channel focuses on the movie side of things. So Barrera is out on Scream 7, and a lot of people started to assume, okay, what's going to happen now with the other cast of characters? What's going to happen with Jenna Ortega, right? Because they seem pretty close. So if Barrera is out, is Ortega next? So Jenna Ortega, like the day after, something within that timeline frame, said to be out as well, would not return for Scream 7, just kind of voluntarily left the project. So people were assuming it was in support of Melissa Barrera, right? She saw what happened to her, very upset, right? And then left because of that. But now, and that was speculation, but now reports are saying no, there was a salary dispute, right? Not paying Jenna Ortega enough. Same issues that happened with Scream 6 of not wanting to pay Nev Campbell, right? They are not wanting to pay these high profile actresses the money they need and I guess arguably deserve for being like the new faces of the Scream franchise here. So that's a little sad and disappointing in itself because we already have these characters, the setup, the story building, and it looked like there was going to be some really good payoffs in Scream 7, and now they're out. So what's going to happen with Scream 7? And I thought this was really shocking because I thought Scream 7 was already going into production. Like I heard, it was taking place during the holidays. Like we got production ready to go. Like this is going to start filming, soon after the strikes are over and all this stuff. Like I thought we were all ready to go. Deals were in place, but apparently not. I thought that was kind of strange where they were doing some announcements and things like that before deals, I guess, were officially signed. And man, I wish they would have done like a three movie deal at first. That would have been a smart idea. They were going to do a trilogy all along. They could have had them sign on for a three-movie deal at the beginning, and that way ensure they had Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega write the core for three movies and really tie up uh, that trilogy. And then if they wanted to reboot after that, they could. But now because we don't got our two main leads here, this is going to be weird, right? We don't have our final girls anymore. What are we doing here? Now there's reports I'm hearing that there's going to be a reboot, and I'm like, a reboot of Scream? No, Scream is all in the same timeline. That's the cool thing about that franchise so far is they haven't needed to rewrite the stories at all. Reboot the stories, kind of like the Saw franchise. Like that one was in the same timeline. It's not like Halloween where they've done remakes and requel, and all that stuff. Same with Friday the 13th. Same with Nightmare on Elm Street. Same with Chucky, right? Scream has been in the same timeline, and that's a cool thing about Scream. So now I'm disappointed if they're doing a complete like remake here, or is it just a reboot? I don't know what they're doing with this, but if it's a remake, very very disappointed. I would love for them to keep it in the same timeline, but now if we're just rebooting with just a different set of characters. I don't know, right? I want to follow these characters. I want to see where their story ends up because there's so many cliffhangers in the past movies that this is just going to be disappointing no matter what. And they're not going to do something like bring Nev Campbell back, right? If they don't want to pay Jenna Ortega, what makes you think they want to pay Nev Campbell again now? Especially because now Nev Campbell can ask for even more. Like, hey, you did me dirty in Scream 6. Now you got to pay me even more for Scream 7. They're just not going to do that from a production standpoint. They want to make these movies for cheap to maximize the profit. I get it, but come on. Let's get these actresses back. It is very frustrating. So, and I would like Matthew Lillard to return, but I don't think they're going to pay for him either. So, where do we go with Scream 7? I think this is going to end up being just a complete random reboot, and I don't like that. I'm not excited about that. I know people are already saying online that they're not going to support the new movie. They're not going to go see it. I mean, I will go see the movie. I will go see the movie very cautiously, though. I love movies, so I'll give it a fair chance. It could be great. Who knows? But I'm just so worried. Like when horror franchises go in this direction, it often doesn't turn out well in the long run. So I'm just very cautious on this one. I don't think it's going to make as much as Scream 6. Now, Scream 6 made a ton of money. So they're doing Scream 7 no matter what. It just makes too much money. But I think it's going to maybe take a dip from where Scream 6 was at. But horror sells these days. So horror can still make good money. I think it'll still make a profit. But I don't know. It's so disappointing. I need to hear your all thoughts out there, though. Are you guys Scream franchise fans? What do you think about this news with Barrera getting fired? What happened with Ortega? What do you think the real reason is why she left? Do you think it is the salary dispute? Why aren't they paying these actors what they're worth? Like, what is going on here? And what do you think they should do now? Right? History already happened. What are they going to do now? Do you think they're going to, start to give up some extra money to get people back? Or is it a clean reboot? Are we doing a remake? Right? Are we starting this franchise all over again? Are we going to try to do something legacy side of stuff with bringing back some random character that maybe popped up in an earlier film? I don't know really where you could go with this one, but you guys got to let me know in the comments. Let's see. Do we got any comments happening today? Let's see. We got Tyler saying, I hope they don't reboot it. Please don't. That's how I'm feeling, Tyler. Really hope they don't do a reboot because that's a cool thing about Scream. It's all in that consistent timeline. I love that. But I think what else are they going to do at this point? What else are they going to do? Yeah. Let's see. We got Hisham in here saying this is ridiculous. She was supporting Palestine. It doesn't mean she's anti-Semitism. She's only supporting Palestine, people, and humanity. That's it. Why is this world so cruel? I know we're into this kind of a cancel culture now, right? I mean, that's what they say out there, and it's like, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's like now just sharing thoughts or opinions can get you canceled, right? That's the thing. Like just for anything, and from when I heard about the post and I read the post, I didn't think there was anything intentionally no cruel there that she was saying. Like I didn't feel like there was anything within that where I'd be like, oh, she needs to be out, right? She was just sharing, thoughts and opinions on people. And I don't it felt really weird that they would get her out because of that. I was just like, I don't know, something doesn't sit right here. This is very, very odd. But I know movie studios are trying to be super overly cautious now because they don't want the backlash. But because they don't want the backlash, now they're making decisions that are going to cause them to get more backlash, and then it's going to hurt them in the long run. And it's all a big mess. But we're kind of in this decade where it's like, yeah, everything's getting canceled, and it's just like, what is going on these days? It's like it's tough to even share thoughts and opinions and feelings now, and especially in the social media landscape, how it is like, is somebody going to take it wrong, right? Even though it wasn't your intention and what you were saying, but how are they going to read it, right? How are they going to digest it? It's like, oh my goodness, it's a tough place to be in, absolutely. Let's see. Collector Movie says they just need to pay these actors. They are worth the only way. I would stop watching the movies if they got rid of Courtney Cox and Nev Campbell. Then well, they got rid of Nev Campbell already. Are they going to bring Nev Campbell back? That's the question. Now, Courtney Cox, I think Courtney Cox would sign on for another Scream. That might be a saving grace to the next Scream. Like maybe she's the one returning character here that gets people back into the theaters. I could see that. Maybe she becomes the main focus. I could see that as well. People love the Courtney Cox character. I mean, just everybody loves that character, and I was kind of on the fence about the character in Scream 6. I'm like, "Wait, why is she, in New York now? Is it just too much using this character? Is it time for the character to go?" And that type of stuff. But people overall, really love seeing her. So maybe that could be a saving grace to the future Scream movies. Bring Courtney Cox back. But yeah, I would love to see Nev Campbell back. Once again, I would love to see Matthew Lillard back. Let's bring Matthew Lillard back. Okay, he needs to come back. I mean, it just it was just a TV in the face. Lillard can totally come back. I mean, maybe he'll have a scarred face and then be pretty messed up. But that'd be kind of like an interesting thing to see. Like, what was he doing before this Scream 7, right? So I'm still pushing for Matthew Lillard. I know some people gave up on him a while ago, but I'm pushing. I'm pushing for. I mean, he did, Five Nights at Freddy's, right? He's making a resurgence. Just kind of, let's he can sell movie tickets, right? Matthew Lillard. I'm for it. Let's go. Let's go. I want to see that. Let's see, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's see. Collector Movie Man says I really don't care about the other characters. uh, The two just I like Courtney Cox and Nev Campbell. Okay, so yeah, you don't really care about the new characters, right? You're talking the core four, right? The core four. You want the classic legacy characters. Totally get it. Emlo saying hello to everyone. Hello, Emlo. How are you doing out there? Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's very messy, this Scream 7 now. Very, very messy. Don't know how it's gonna end up. I'm worried for this one, but only time will tell. So yeah, we'll see what news comes out. I was excited though. It's gonna take place in the holiday season. I thought that was a really cool idea, right? Seeing Ghostface in the snow and what they could do with like the blood on the snow, like if they got really good uh camera working, and it could have been really something different for the Scream franchise, like how they changed it up with New York, changing up with the holiday setting. I thought they had something there, but now they just kind of just they heard it. They heard it now. Now how are they going to recover? We got to see what goes on with that. But let's move on to the next story here. We got to go to our next story, which is going to be talking Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man 4, Tom Holland Spider-Man. It feels like forever since we've got a Spider-Man movie. I know it hasn't been that long since No Way Home has come out, but it feels like it's been long. I don't know if that's just me, but Spider-Man is just one of my favorite superhero characters. He has an amazing rose gallery. I want to see more Spider-Man, and I was pumped after No Way Home. I thought we would get a Spider-Man really quick, another sequel. Like I thought it would have been just a couple years, and it would have been like ready to go. But I don't know why they waited so long on this one. Let's take a look at what's going on here, though, because it doesn't look like good news for this one either. So for now, at least Holland is still keeping the door open. At a recent press conference, he said, all I can say is that we have been actively engaging in conversations about it, what could potentially look like for a fourth rendition of my character. He then added that the return is dependent solely on the story being told. Whether or not we can find a way to do justice to the character is another thing. feel very protective over Spider-Man. I feel very, very lucky that we're able to work on a franchise that got better with each movie, that got more successful with each movie, which I think is really rare. I want to protect his legacy, so I won't make another one for the sake of making another one. It will have to be worthwhile for the character. Well, a lot of things in there actually. I will say No Way Home wasn't my favorite out of his Spider-Man movies. I actually like Homecoming the best. I think Homecoming is the best story. Of course, No Way Home has a lot of the fan service stuff, which is really cool. Don't get me wrong, I still liked it. Just didn't love it like a lot of people did. I thought Homecoming was just perfection. But yeah, it doesn't seem like Tom Holland is very confident here, right? He's kind of covering his bases. So that way, if they don't make a Spider Man 4 with him, he's kind of like, hey, well, I said I was only going to do it if I loved the story and what they were doing with the character, and I didn't like it, so I'm out now, right? So I don't know. That feels a little worried to me. Like, is this not in production yet? Do we not have a script ready? Like, what is going on here? It doesn't feel like they even have a story here for Spider-Man 4. How did they not even have a story yet? Like, they should have had a story already going right after No Way Home. And then I've heard even reports like they're messing around with the story as well, where they want to make it more of a multiverse thing, like Marvel's trying to do with stuff, add in other Sony verse characters, which I mean, it could be cool to see Venom in there, right? Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy's Venom. It would be cool, be definitely fan servicey, but would it make for a good story? I don't know. But it just seems like it's all over the place. And this is the trend with Marvel right now. Tons of rewrites, stories getting switched all the time. They've been doing this with all these Marvel movies, and then they're probably gonna have the mindset, let's fix it in post-production, and then it's gonna feel like 5 different movies mashed together. It's like, "Oh, man, come on, let's just go back to a simple story, Spider-Man in New York. We got a ton of great Spider-Man villains to play with. Like, come on, why can't we just get back to a grounded, simple Spider-Man story?" That's what makes the Spider-Man character great, is people can really relate to his struggles, just trying to live in New York, balance his life with being a superhero, right? Going to college, doing all that work and all that stuff. Like that's what made Spider-Man 2 so powerful. Can we get back to a simple Spider-Man story? Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I like That's why I don't like this multiverse stuff. I don't like this time travel stuff. I don't like this all. It's like, it's too much now. It's super confusing. It's all over the place. Like I'm watching Loki season 2 right now, trying to get caught up on that. And even though there's some cool things in it, there's some good stuff about it. It's like it's still just a lot of confusion and stuff all over the place to me. And it's like, it's like, I just want to go back to simple superhero stories, right? The grounded characters you can relate to. Is that too much to ask for? I mean, they can have some connectedness, but just very little. I mean, then we gotta reboot this thing. We gotta do a hard reset. We gotta pause it, shut it down for like 4 years. And I love superhero movies, so that's gonna be even tough for me to do. But shut it down for 4 years, and then we have new stories, right? It's a new cast, a whole new cast. You can't bring back old cast members because that's gonna cause confusion. And no, let we start it fresh again. Go back to okay, just solo character movies, and then at the end we'll bring them up to a team movie. But focus on just good singular stories. I think that's where we need to go. But that's just my thoughts. What do you guys think out there in terms of like why isn't the Spider-Man 4 happening as fast as we thought it was going to? I mean, do we even think it's gonna happen now? What do you think of it? They want to connect it with the other Marvel universe and multiverse stuff and the Sonyverse characters. It's getting sloppy, right? What do you guys think about the state of Marvel right now? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Craig says Spider-Man should have spider babies. Oh, hey, well, you know what? That could still be a nice story, right? If he was with, like, say he got with Mary Jane and then he had a kid and stuff. I mean, I would take a few movies to work up to that, but maybe not a bad idea having Spider-Man as a dad and seeing how that's the thing I like about Spider-Man though. You can see him at different points in his life, right? He was in high school and then in college and then as an adult. You can see him at different points in his life, but you connect with the character because it's like people have gone through those different aspects of life. I Hey, I don't know if you were making a joke, Craig, but I could see it in the future if executed right. It could be something different that we haven't yet seen on the big screen. So, hey, maybe. Collector Movement says I've heard Spider-Man 4 may not even come out until after Avengers Secret Wars. Not supposed to come out till 2010. Oh my, I can't even say this. I can't 2027. This is ridiculous out there. Spider-Man, he's your main character. Like Spider, come on, Oh man. I mean, I'm ready for Secret Wars. I'm definitely ready for Secret Wars, but I'm done with the King stuff. Like, let's get King Dynasty out of there. I don't want any other films. Let's get the Secret Wars, and then fine, let's get the Spider-Man. That's all I care about. I'm done with all this other side quest Marvel stuff. Like, you did a Phase 4, you wanted to be bold. It was a bold move, and it failed. We got to just wipe it clean now. Wipe it clean now. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's so messy right now. Craig saying, yes, solve neighborhood problems. Yes, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Let's get back to that. That's what he's all about. These New York City kind of villains, right? I mean, oh, there's so many great Spider-Man villains too. Like, and I would have loved to see Spider-Man go against Craven the Hunter, but now we're probably not going to get that, unfortunately. We're getting this other Craven the Hunter movie. And it's like, I don't want these side villain movies where they make all these villains anti-heroes. No, the villains are villains. Keep them that way. And I want to see them go against Spider-Man. I want Spider-Man against Spider-Man villains. Can we just focus on Spider-Man movies instead of doing Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web and all this? Like Madam Web, the trailer looks very confusing to me. It's gonna overcomplicate things even more. Like there might be cool stuff in it. There might be some fan service stuff in there, but they're looking at the gravy before the base, right? I mean, it's just like fan service stuff should go on top, right? That's a little sprinkle afterwards, right? That's the sprinkles on the Sunday. But you got to have a good foundation, right? Good foundation of good story. That's first. And then later on, if you can sprinkle in some fan service stuff, that's the way to do it. But a lot of times it seems like they're doing the fan service stuff first just to try to sell the tickets. And then the stories just are so messy. I'm not loving it. Not loving it right now. So yeah, that's why it's a merry rant miss, right? Hisham saying probably Spider-Man 4 released in 20. See, I would have initially thought that Hisham, but now we're getting 2027. Ooh, that's a long. It's 2023. Oh my, that's 4 more years till another Spider-Man movie. Man, oh man, what are they doing here? I'm low saying YouTube is putting commercials in between your live movie news. Oh no, I'm missing some of your convo. Oh, sorry about that, low. I will take a look at that if it's becoming too much of an interruption. You guys let me know in the comments. But I do know the ads do help support the channel, keep the lights on. So I definitely want to balance there. But if it's getting way overbearing, you guys let me know and I can look at adjusting the settings on that. But I wonder if you play on the replay though, will it will it show the ads in or will it show the full conversation? You guys will have to let me know that, okay? Yeah, you guys let me know that. But I'll keep an eye on that. Thank you for letting me know, Mlo. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully, we're getting the gist of everything, though. Hopefully, it's not doing too much. But thank you for letting me know. Huck, he's my like go-to YouTube person production wise. So Huck can also let me know how the live stream is playing out, right? But yeah, Huck, super amazing Collectors Club member. Go check out his channel's content if you have not yet. Just tons of great stuff. And we got a Collectors Club episode, right, coming up on Huck's channel. The holiday special, right? I don't know what you're calling it, Huck, but I'll call it the holiday special for now. It's going to be so fun. This Collectors Club one. I'm excited for. I'm ready. I already got my outfit, Huck. I'm ready for it, right? Hisham is saying, is Mary Jane Watson most selfish person in the world? What do you mean by that, Hisham? I don't know. I haven't read a lot of the comics, so you're gonna have to let me know what you mean by that. But yeah, we haven't seen. Well, I don't know. We don't really have Mary Jane, do we? I mean, we have a character called MJ, but is that supposed to be Mary Jane? I don't know. I don't know. It's all confusing. Everything is just so confusing right now. Let's see. Got Tim Talks Talkie, another Collectors Club member out there. Definitely go ahead, check out his channel as well. Let's see. So let's move it along. Let's move it along. I don't see any other comments. So we're gonna get into the Karate Kid crossover now. Karate Kid crossover. This was pretty shocking. I wasn't expecting this one. So let's get into what this is all about. While it's exciting that Jackie Chan is returning to the Karate Kid franchise in the new movie, it is hard not to wonder how this crossover is possible. Even before Netflix had confirmed that Cobra Kai Season 6 would be the series' last, Sony had announced this new Karate Kid movie. However, since the movie was speculated to be a Karate Kid reboot, audiences were not expecting to have any significant connections with Cobra Kai or the original Karate Kid movies. Surprisingly, the new Karate Kid movie, which was the sixth film in the franchise, will have both Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan as its leading characters. The fact that the two actors starred in two different Karate Kid movies and have never shared the screen before raises anticipation surrounding the new movie. At the same time, it also raises one's curiosity surrounding one intriguing question: how exactly is Jackie Chan returning to the Karate Kid franchise? So that's pretty exciting there if you're a fan of the newer Karate Kid movie, or at least Jackie Chan. And I thought Jackie Chan did a great job there. So always happy to see Jackie Chan around. But what would this movie be like with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio? I don't know how they're combining the universes together. I don't know how the timeline's going to make sense. Or are they just not going to care? Are they going to say continuity, schmontinuity, just buy into it that these characters are now meeting and we're going to have a fun time? I mean, the name of the game is crossovers right now. So if they can capitalize on crossovers, right? Cobra Kai is like a hot series. I mean, I kind of tapped out on Cobra Kai. I really liked season two. I think it was season one, season two was really, really good. But after that, I think by the time I finished season four, I'm like, it's all right, but I wasn't excited to see season 5. So you guys gotta let me know. Did it pick back up in season 5, or has it been on a steadily decline? Like season 2 was so good. Like when they had that epic fight at that school. Oh my gosh, that was like one of the best episodes of television ever. And then nothing has reached that height for me since then with Cobra Kai. But I guess why it's cooking right now, we got to maximize the profits here with a giant crossover. So definitely very fan servicey, very gimmicky, but I think it's going to sell tickets. I sold me. I'm going to go check this one out. I'm just curious what's going to happen here. But like, what character is Jackie Chan going to be? Is he going to still be like the Mr. Miyagi character? Is he going to be a different character? They just say he's back, right, as an acting talent. Is he going to be the same character? And he's a lot older now, so I don't know how much stunts he'll be able to do, or if he'll, I mean, back in the day, he was like the stunt master, right? Didn't he even have, doubles in there? He would just, he was so good. Um, I don't know if he's still going to be able to do that stuff. I mean, age catches up with everybody. So we'll see how that plays out, right? In terms of if there's going to be any fighting choreography there, or is he just kind of the wisdom person in this one? But then what is Ralph Macchio doing? And I'm not really like into the Ralph Macchio character anymore because in Cobra Kai, they made him like the bad guy, right? And then what's his name? Johnny Lawrence, right? I think it was. They made him like the good guy, right? So who am I supposed to root for in this? Am I rooting for Ralph Macchio again? Is Johnny Lawrence gonna show up at all? You gotta have him, right? Why wouldn't they have him in there? Maybe at least a cameo, something. So I don't know what the story is gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna be really wacky, maybe not make a whole lot of sense, but it's still gonna be kind of cool to see some of these characters on screen together. I will say that. So I don't know. Does this gimmick work for you all out there? Are you hyped for this one? Are you guys Jackie Chan fans? Are you Cobra Kai fans? Are you just fan of the original Karate Kid movies? Did you like the new Karate Kid? Actually, when I saw the new Karate Kid when I was younger in theaters, I thought it was all right. I didn't love it. It's not like I went back and rewatched it again, but I didn't think it was terrible either. Um, and then I saw the original Karate Kid movies, and of course, the original Karate Kid movies are so good. But what do you guys think about this? Anybody a Karate Kid fan out there? Let's see. Uh, Craig is saying Jackie Chan could be Miyagi uncle. Okay, maybe. I don't. Once again, I don't know if the timelines line up and all that, but I mean, if they can make it work, sure, why not? But I think Cobra Kai is still a pretty hot show out there, so I think that's why they're doing this, right? Are people still into Cobra Kai out there? You guys gotta let me know if you guys watch that show at all. Um, but yeah, okay, so that was our third main news story. I don't see any comments about this one, so I'm guessing people are not as into um the Karate Kid stuff, unfortunately. Hey, if you haven't seen the classic Karate Kid movies out there, I will say definitely check those out. But I'm kind of intrigued by this one. I'm definitely intrigued, definitely gonna see it. Hopefully opening weekend when it does come out. I don't know if we have a release date yet. I don't know if we have a release year yet, but I can only assume maybe in a couple of years or so this would come out, right? who knows? Maybe it would line up after the next Cobra Kai season, right? Season 6 drops, right? After that, then we got this movie to look forward to. Maybe there's cross promotion, something like that. All right. So those were our three main news stories. Now, I did promise you guys we were going to go into the Hawaiian vacation stuff, right? Because I went to Hawaii, went to the Honolulu area, the Oahu Island. So I'm just gonna show you guys some pictures. I don't have any video, unfortunately. I wish I would have got video there. I'm like, well, didn't think of video stuff for the channel content. Why didn't I not think, put a video together? But I was so like in awe when I was just there, like being in that environment and being like, wow, this is where they did movies and shows. I forgot. I totally forgot. I got good pictures. I got some good pictures, but I totally forgot to actually get some video clips. So I do apologize on that one. But let's check out these pictures, and I try to put them in order as best I could. And so I'll kind of explain it as I go through it. So we'll get to the Jurassic tour ones in a little bit, but just some random things, right? So right before I went on vacation, if you keep up with me on Instagram, you guys know I saw Hunger Games, right? The Hunger Games prequel, which actually I like the first two parts of this movie. Didn't love the third part, but overall thought it was better than it actually was. So that was the first thing. That kind of prepped me up for the vacation. I had to get in one last movie to watch before going on vacation. I didn't want to have the movie withdrawals now. Okay, so then getting to the vacation, right? And I thought this was interesting. I was going to a restaurant, and then there was like this movie, like little news thing here, surf riding for the motion picture man. It was talking about this classic movie they did. And I've never seen this classic movie here, but I thought it was just something a little bit interesting. If you want to, go back, pause later, and like zoom in on that information, definitely go for it. But I just thought it was something cool walking into this restaurant that they had there. So just thought it was interesting. Um, of course, I'm a Pokemon fan, so when we were walking by this like little tech VR shop, Gengar, that's my go-to Mon. Had to get a picture with him. So, and then of course, amazing Anna making the Gengar face right there. Very, very funny. All right. So yeah, so that was just walking past a shop in the mall. So that was really cool. And then we got on this bus tour, right? That was going to take us to let's see. Oh, the Pearl Harbor Memorial, right? The US Arizona Memorial. So, but they made a few stops. So we stopped here, which was where like an opening scene of Hawaii 5-0. Now, I've never seen Hawaii 5-0, so you guys are going to have to let me know out there, those TV watchers out there. But do you guys recognize this building? Apparently, it's like in the intro of Hawaii 5-0. You guys got to let me know that. But I thought it was cool, right? TV related. Got to get a picture of that. Okay. Then we went to this ranch place, right? We heard that it was kind of, you got to drive a little bit, and then that there were some cool things to do out there. They had different activities and stuff. And when I saw on the wall, I saw this. Ooh, I was like, "Gotta do this, Amazing Anna. This has to happen." Hollywood movie sites tour. I'm super hyped for this. And it was going through. Let me just read this right here. Visit familiar Kawawa's Jurassic Valley with sweeping panoramic views from the mountain to the ocean. See the many movie and TV sites filmed at Koala. From Jurassic Park and World, Kong Skull Island, 51st States, Lost, Hawaii 5-0, Magnum PI daily 90-minute tours. Uh, so when I saw this, I was like, "Ooh, we got to make this happen. This has to happen. I have to see this movie sites tour." And then they also had this picture, Discover Jurassic Valley, which just looked really cool. Like there was a lot to definitely see in this. So I'm like, okay, let's sign up for a tour. Now we didn't do it that same day. It was like raining and stuff. We're like, okay, let's make a schedule a time to come back to the tour another day. Okay. So we just kind of went around and looked at the gift shop area, and at the gift shop, it was cool. Like they had some movie stuff, so I had to take a picture in front of it. Oh, I also got a cool Back to the Future shirt at one of the stores in the mall. It was like $10 for a really cool Back to the Future shirt. Like they had some really cool um pop culture kind of shirts there, and I could have gone wild with the deals they had going on. I didn't go wild though. I only got a couple shirts, but it was still cool. But anyway, let's zoom in on I guess you would say the movie memorabilia stuff here. So this Jurassic World, well, we got a little Jurassic car right there, right? We got the outfit of the main character from Jurassic World. So just some cool little things in there. And I just thought that was cool seeing that in the store. So I'm like, okay, this is awesome, right? I love Jurassic World. It's an awesome movie. Then we had Finding Ohana. Now, have you guys seen this movie? I've never seen this movie before, but it kind of caught my attention. But it was cool that they had, outfits from there, and different things like that. The little waffle plate, though, that looks like the thing from 51st Dates. Is that the thing from 51st Dates? Why is it in the Finding Ohana section? But if anyway, that's cool too. You guys have to let me know. Is that movie worth checking out? Should I watch that movie? You guys will have to let me know. Never even heard of it before this. Okay, and then there was a random poster in there of 51st Dates, right? Because they filmed 51st Dates there. And I just thought that was cool. When I see a movie poster, I got to take a picture right there. So that was the day of just kind of going around the store, checking a couple things out, right? And then we came back for the tour day on a sunnier kind of day. And I had to get a picture of this where it listed the different Hollywood films that were shown there, the different TV productions. And oh my gosh, it was a ton of them, a ton of them. Okay, just a whole lot. So that kind of whet the appetite there before getting on the bus to do this tour around this, valley, mountain range, however you want to call it. But yeah, so that kind of just got me excited right there. Oh, and they had this cool, like, little wall picture mural thing, and I'm like, "Ooh, King Kong, dinosaur. I need a picture there." So, yeah, that's very cool too. Okay. So then we go on this bus tour and we have the most awesome tour guide, like making all these hilarious statements. It reminded me of like the Universal Studios tour. Like this tour guide, and I think I want to say the name was Stephanie, if I'm remembering correctly, but she was great. She was hilarious. She was awesome. So hats off to her. But we then get to let's see. And I don't know, did I show this, right? There was some pictures here as different guests, different legendary stars that have been to the ranch place here, right? So that was kind of cool too. But so we go on this bus though, and then they take us up, giving us some history of the island, and then they take us to this like hallway area to walk in and discover these movie and TV stuff. Now, the first hallway had some posters there, so I started taking pictures of a few posters. There was a Hawaii 501, and it had some autographs on it. I don't know, Tim, if you're still out there. I know you like your autographs, but that was kind of cool just to see that. And there's just these different posters showing movies that were filmed there, like Last Resort, TV shows. There was Wind Talkers, which I've never seen these ones. Paradise Hawaiian style, like that was just cool. Battleship, The Karate Kid Part 2, Kong Skull Island. I mean, all these great posters. Very Brady sequel. Okay, and then it started kind of the show a little bit more. So this was another Kong Merle back there, and we got into some of the really good stuff. Now we got into the meat and potatoes here, and yeah, there was some awesome information like with Journey 2, Mighty Joe Young, and they had it, kind of decorated a little bit with different posters, pictures of the cast, information. Oh, and you might notice my Jurassic Park new shirt I got right there, right, with the camouflage. That was another cool discount shirt I got um, at the store too, with my Back to the Future shirt. But it was awesome, right? Got more pictures there, very nicely decorated in this kind of underground kind of cavern type of thing. I don't know, it was just cool. Like I don't know how you describe it, but it was very, very cool, right? We had Jumanji there, right? Um I remember that costume, right? Got some rhinos in there. I love the decorations in the background too, just with the plants and stuff. It was just very, very cool looking. And there was a lot of stuff. I couldn't get pictures of everything because they only gave us a certain time limit, and there was a ton of great stuff. So I tried to do the best I could, then go into this like lost area. I should have got a picture inside though. But that they had the polar bear, but they also had the submarine that's made out of styrofoam, actually, we learned. And also the computer where they input the code. If you've seen Lost, it's very important, the code for the computer. That stuff was cool. I should have taken a picture inside there, but once again, I was pretty much in awe, and we were on a time limit, so I did the best with what time I had. Of course, we had Jurassic World, cool looking stuff. Oh, I like this picture right here. Look at this. Yeah, definitely on a wild ride with Amazing Anna right there. But this is the Jurassic World, um, like an actual vehicle they used in the movie. Like they used this vehicle in the movie, and the tour guide was saying a story about like they saw one of these, and what was it? Was it Steven Spielberg? Right? I think it was. Wanted to use this for the movie, if I remember correctly. Sorry. It's early morning, so I'm trying to remember this stuff. But anyway, it was just cool to get the picture there. That was awesome. Cool background landscape, right? It looks fake, right? Doesn't this look fake? Like that water, like this is photoshopped in, right? No, this was a real picture. Really nice landscape. Very, very cool. Then they take us to this other site where we're like now in the heart of the Jurassic Valley area, and they have some different, photo op locations, right? So we're taking pictures, right? And you can see the background mountains and just the sky there. And like it feels like you're in the Jurassic area, which I mean, because that's where they film the movies here. But very, very cool, right? And I love all the dinosaur like styrofoam bones they have everywhere. That's another hilarious face by Amazing Anna. But look at that landscape in the background and the air, just how it felt when we were there. It was just like, oh, so cool. It's like you were transported into the movie. I'm like, is a dinosaur gonna attack us right now? It was so, so cool. Um, but yeah, just the landscape was so gorgeous. Like it looked like it almost doesn't look real, some of these landscapes. It's just like, oh, so, so cool. It's like right out of the movie. Very, very cool. And they did tons of movies here, but and then we got the Jurassic Valley sign. Once again, very cool looking landscape. Alright, that's a good close up right there. Let's see. Oh, that was a good one Amazing Anna did. I did not know how to pose for this one, so that was an epic fail on my part. This was another cool one too, right? And that's when the clouds started to come in a little bit more there. But that was all the Jurassic tour kind of area, right? And then just a couple more photos from the trip. We did go see Wish, of course. Had to go see Wish, right? We had to, I didn't want to have too much movie withdrawal, so we had to go see Wish. We actually saw Thanksgiving as well while we were out there. And oh, random, just super, super random in a grocery store. I saw a Barbie, People magazine with Barbie on there. Not a big Barbie movie fan, but I thought it was kind of cool just seeing a movie thing in a grocery store there. So yeah, that was cool to see too. But that was pretty much the main movie highlights out of the Hawaiian vacation. You guys gotta let me know. Did you like seeing some of that stuff? Did some of that stuff stand out to you? What was kind of your favorite locations there, or favorite movies or TV shows that were mentioned? I gotta hear from you guys in the comments if you guys are still sticking with me on this. I don't know if this stuff is exciting to you guys. You guys gotta let me know if you like this kind of stuff, right? So I know on future vacations, should I be getting pictures? What do you want to see, right? But let's see. Craig Thompson saying thoughts on Godzilla minus one. Excited for Godzilla Cross Kong, the New Empire. Oh, haven't seen Godzilla minus one yet. I really want to see it, but this leads to another rant. Actually, let's do a little side rant here. So it's not playing at every movie theater, right? But okay, the times are really weird. So I want to see it on a premium screen. Like I want to see it on an IMAX screen, right? It's a Godzilla movie. I gotta see it on an IMAX screen. But there's so many movies that came out these previous weeks that now the IMAX screen is being shared with so many movies. And the only time to see Godzilla minus one is like at like afternoon. Like what? What? Can we not get an evening showing where I can see this one like after work or something? And so that was really frustrating. So I'm gonna see the movie sometime. Really want to see it on a premium screen. It might be another week before I go see that one though. Let's see. Let's see. Hisham says, "Were you coaching karate when you were a teenager in high school?" There was no karate team at our high school. I was on the wrestling team though, but never coached. Craig is saying, "Yes, Hawaii 5." Oh, see, I'd never seen the show, but hey, it's cool to see a location. Um, Let's see. Emlo saying, "Awesome, love the movie picks." Thank you, thank you, thank you. Craig saying, "Yes, very cool props." Awesome. Glad you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it was fun. And I didn't know, like, we did not plan this like vacation, like very detailed before we went, right? So I didn't know that there was gonna be these movie site tours, right? I didn't know that this was gonna come up. So it was just cool. It was cool. I'm like, oh, we're gonna do something movie related on vacation. That made the trip worth it itself. So that was so so awesome. Nice little surprise for me. Very very happy to do that. So, I mean, cool movie stuff in there. Definitely a lot more movie stuff than when I went to New Orleans. Oh my gosh, I was feeling the movie withdrawals on New Orleans trip. They had no movie stuff there. Like, it was like there was not even any nerdy stuff. There was no nerdy culture. Like, I'm like, what is going on? I don't even see people wearing a Spider-Man shirt. Like, it was so like, ooh, I was culture shock there. Very culture shock. No nerdy stuff. What? Thought the stuff was universal, but I guess not. But at least Hawaii, they had some good nerdy stuff. I loved it. Good movie stuff. Very, very happy. All right, let's see. Yeah, we are now getting into the ask anything section. So ask anything your heart desires out there. Once again, there's other great movie news stories to talk about, right? I mean, we just had Macaulay Culkin get accepted into the Hollywood Walk of Star fame thing. So next time I'm out to LA, I want to go see that star. But I was watching that and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. That was random, came out of nowhere, but super, super cool. But there's other news stories out there too. What do you guys want to talk about right now? You guys gotta let me know. The comments or how you let me know what you want to talk about. All right, let's see. Hisham says, "What'd you think about the Madam Web trailer?" It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna see it. I'll probably enjoy it because like superhero movies are really easy for me just to have some fun with at least. Doesn't mean it's gonna be great. Doesn't mean I'm gonna love it. Probably not gonna be on that level. But usually even like not the best superhero movies, I can at least get a kick out of. Like I still had an okay time with Morbius. I know a lot of people didn't love it, wasn't great, but it was like a throwback to 90s superhero movies. So I can have a good time. That's my genre. That's my genre. I'm more easy on the superhero genre. So it looks like it can be some dumb fun with some cool fan service stuff in it. But once again, is this the story I would have told? Did I want a Madam Web movie? No way. Don't even know why you would do that. I don't know why. I mean, let's get back to Spider-Man movies and then have them fight Spider-Man villains in Spider-Man movies. That's what I would have done. I'm tired of these side movie stuff. So yeah, not what I would have done, but who knows? Maybe it'll still be at least sort of fun. Hisham says, "Is Tom Hiddleston done with MCU?" I heard reports of that. Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to go out on a high note. He was happy with season two. So maybe once again, I think the whole MCU should be done, and we should start again. So yeah, yeah. I don't know, but whenever you hear somebody is done, you never know. There's always a check big enough to get them back, right? There's always a check big enough to get them back. So depends how much do they want Loki and something else. Um, Hisham is saying, is Anya Taylor Joy officially Silver Surfer or just rumors? I don't know if it's 100% been confirmed. Uh, but I definitely saw the rumors on it. And then she was at Brazilian Comic Con. I don't know if that was an announcer role as Silver Surfer. I just saw a little clip from that, but she was there with Thor, right? I think so. So I don't know what that was about if she was there to announce that, but still, I Anya Taylor Joy, I'm sold on it. She's a very underrated actress to me. I think she's awesome. Like, you tell me, okay, you're gonna have an actress for Silver Surfer. At first, I'm like, why are we doing this? But you say Anya Taylor Joy, I'm like, I'm kind of sold now. I'm good. She's awesome. She's so good. She was great in she was a standout in New Mutants. Nobody saw New Mutants. She was a standout in there. I just think she's been great in every single role I've seen her in. I really liked her in Last Night in Soho, which is a very underrated film, doesn't get the love it deserves. She's great. She's awesome. Craig is saying, "What was the temperature in Hawaii? Very hot. Well, I wouldn't say very hot, but it was warm, right? It's tropical climate, so like what high 70s, low 80s, very humid. Picture this: so Oahu and all the different islands have different things. We only went to the Oahu Island, but basically, I would describe it LA but with tropical trees. That's exactly what it was. LA traffic kind of feel with tropical trees and human. That's what it was. But yeah, so it was warmer there. Like we were at the beach and it was awesome to like cool down at the beach. I mean, how many times can you say that during getting into, late fall season into the winter season? So that was really, really cool being at the beach during that time. So yeah, but, it's human. Some people like humidity, some people aren't fans of it. Overall, I was fine with it. What was weird though is the weather would change all the time. Like within like the day, it would be raining, not raining, raining, not raining, and it would switch like 5 times a day. That was the kind of weird thing. So it was very interesting. But overall, it was fine. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I would say I love that weather. I wouldn't say it's like a place I'd want to live, but cool to visit. I would say that cool to visit, not a place I'd want to live though. Just because I'm not a big city person, and it felt like a big city just on an island though, if that makes sense. All right, Huck is saying, I'm watching Candy Cane Lane with Eddie Murphy. 30 minutes in so far, and it's pretty funny. If you like Deck the Halls, this is even better. Ooh, those are big words, Huck, so far. Yeah, that was actually one I was interested in watching. I saw Eddie Murphy on one of the talk shows, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of intrigued by this. So I think I will watch that one. That's the one I watch with the wifey because she likes the streaming stuff. Well, that's one I'll definitely watch with her this holiday season. But good to hear good things about it, because usually, like, 9 out of 10 streaming originals, I think, are awful. So if this is on the good side of stuff, I'm happy with that. I will take that. Let's see. Dell says, I lived in Hawaii for 2 years. This is rainy season, constant. Yep, exactly. That's exactly how it was. Oh, that's kind of cool though, Dell. And did you live on Oahu then? Um, 'Cause I know there's different islands there, but yeah, yeah. It's a city, it's a city. I was kinda shocked by it. I'm like, "No, I kinda want island relaxing time," and I'm like, "You know what? This just it feels like a busy city." But it was interesting, right? Because with the weather, the climate, right, being on an island, I felt like I was always, like, moving with the water, like, you know? And then the jet lag, right? Because it took what? From California to get there, like 5 or 6 hours, so the time was throwing me off. I don't know, it was weird. It was like we were back in time, right? Going back in time, that was kinda fun. Let's see, Huck says, "Wow, Dell, that's kinda rad you lived in Hawaii. Sweet." Yep, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Great comments, everybody. So any last minute comments anybody wants to throw in there, while you guys are typing those down, I'll let you know what's upcoming here. So for my channel, you guys know you'll get a video, pre-recorded video Monday through Thursday. Then Friday and Saturday night should be, out of theater reactions. Like I said, I want to see Godzilla minus one. I know there's other movies coming out. So there's so many movies out at the theaters right now. It's tough to keep up with this stuff. I mean, even for the amount of movies I see, it's tough to keep up. I'm gonna try to see as much as I can. So you'll get those over the weekend. Sunday morning we'll do another movie news show, and then we start it all over again. There's some great deals going on right now over on Amazon though. Some awesome holiday deals. My video drops tomorrow. My Amazon deal video Monday mornings. And there was like some stuff that just came out like hours ago that just got on discount. So very happy, excited for that. Some good holiday stuff. So I'm ready for that. And then let's see, Collectors Club episode, right? Upcoming. We have a recommendation talk stream on Derek's channel, right? Trying to remember the date on that. It's a couple days, I think, before the next Collectors Club episode on Huck's channel. If Huck, you want to throw out what the dates on that again, let me know. But that's coming up, I think, in a couple weeks here, right? Oh, I think isn't the 17th is a Collectors Club episode, right? And then the rec stream is 15th, if I remember correctly. But before that, next week, we do have an awesome stream, Criterion post game show Tuesday night. It's going to be a party. We're going to have tons of people here going over all the Criterion titles we picked up, giving thoughts, giving reviews, giving rankings, and then also talking about sales going on right now or future sales we're looking forward to. That's going to be a blast. So, Criterion post game show. It's going to be Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The week after that, Tuesday night, is going to be a new game to the channel. Yes, a game on Mega Mike's channel. It's gonna be super fun. I'll reveal more information later on, maybe next weekend, but it's gonna be awesome. So, ooh, I'm excited for that one. I don't know how it's gonna go, but it's gonna be wild. I think it's gonna get heated. I think there's gonna be some rants on it. I love that. So that's gonna be a fun one. Some more news to come out about that. And then, like I said, of course, all the Collectors Club stuff. So great stuff coming up on the channel, others channels, of course. Let's see. Let's look at the last few minute comments, and then we'll get on out of here. That was saying, yes, I was on Ahu Station at Schofield Barracks. Oh, nice. Let's see. Huck is saying, what's your favorite actor to play Santa? That's a tough question. I mean, the obvious one is to go like Tim Allen, right? I mean, he's the obvious one, the Santa Claus. I actually really like the Santa Claus too. That's my favorite Santa Claus one. So he might be On initial thoughts, I would have to lean towards him, but I would have to think about it a lot more. Great question, though. Dallas saying, going to see Beyonce today, Godzilla Monday. Now, Beyonce is one where if there was like less movies out, I would maybe go see that one with like the wifey because I think I could sell her on that one. Even though I'm not really like the biggest musical person, I would still like go to it for the people out there, right? For just to do like a reaction, right? For the community, let you know what I thought of it. Um, but there's just too many movies out right now. I think I'm gonna have to skip out on Beyonce, depending on how long Beyonce stays in theaters. Because Taylor Swift is still in theaters right now, so maybe Beyonce goes a couple months in theaters. So maybe who knows? Never say never. Huck is saying yes. Rec episode is the 15th, which is going to be on Derek's channel, and then CC is 17th on Huck's channel. Both are going to be super fun. But yeah, very excited for those. Collector Movie Man is saying, you have a good day, Mike. You have a great day, Collector Movie Man. So that's it from me today, everybody. Have a good holiday season out there. See you all throughout the week on those videos. Leave things in the comments. We'll have movie conversations every day if you would like. But yeah, have a great Sunday, everybody. And always make it a merrily movie day out there and go watch a movie.